Hey guys, and welcome back to another classic hardcore gold making video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you a really good gold farm that you can start doing at only level 28. Now this was a great spot to farm some gold and some experience. Before we get into it, if you'd like to check out my complete gold making guide for hardcore, it'll be the first link down below in the description box. So where we're doing this farm is right here at this lake in 1000 Needles. So 1000 Needles is located right here, and we're going to be going to this water hole right in the middle. Now the mobs that we're going to be farming are these water elementals, and now these water elementals have a chance to drop elemental water. Now elemental water is used for a whole heap of things and sells really good on the auction house, and this will sell really good in classic hardcore also. So when you're doing this farm, you do want to be a bit careful to not end up pulling too many of these guys, especially if you're level 28. And you also obviously got to be careful and keep an eye on your breath. If you go under the water, you do not want to run out of breath and die in the water while doing this farm. Now these guys right here, they're very easy to kill. Any class will be able to do this farm really easily, and you pretty much have a non-stop flow of mobs. So what you'll do is you'll start at one side of the lake, you'll clear all the mobs, and then you'll move on to the end of the lake. By the time you get there, they should have restarted respawning at the other side of the lake, and you can pretty much just go around in circles killing these guys. Now a few things to take into consideration: they are a water mob, so if you are a frost mage, you do need to use fire spells or your arcane spells to do damage on them. Anything that is like any of your frost abilities will not hit these guys, so you just got to keep that into consideration. And then any other like frost slow effects, like say your hunter's trap, things like that will not work on these guys. Just one thing to take into consideration. Now this is a great spot to grind, say from level 28 to say 31 to 32. You can get a whole heap of gold while you're doing this. Now if you farm this in the first week of hardcore, I would recommend holding on to your elemental water maybe for a few weeks, once people actually start buying them off the auction house and have their own gold to actually buy these items. So if you do end up farming these in the first week, I would hold on to them. Give it a few weeks once the supply and demand goes up, because the price on all the elementals will go up in price by a lot. Now another way to make a bit of extra gold from this farm is that you can have enchanting, and you can also disenchant any of the greens that aren't worth keeping or selling on the auction house. And then you can just sell the enchanted materials up on the auction house and make a little bit of extra gold from this farm. So as you can see, we've cleared this mob, so what you want to do is you make your way back to the start of the farm. The spawns will be a lot quicker in hardcore also, because I'm playing on a pretty much dead server at the moment, so the spawns are a bit slower, where if we have a full populated server, the spawns should be a lot quicker. You may have competition here. Now if you do, there is a spot where you can farm elemental earth, which is just north of this farm, so you can bounce in between the two depending on if people at one of the farms or not. You should be able to make a lot of gold from this. Like I said before, hold on to your elemental waters until the price goes up and sell them once the supply and demand is there. However guys, that was it for today's video. If you'd like to learn all the secrets of making gold in classic WoW, you can check out my complete gold making guide for classic WoW. Now this also works in hardcore, it also works on era and any fresh servers that they bring to the game. It goes over all the gold farms, investments, best add-ons, professions, everything I know about making gold.